dashboard a lot. Within the campaign's dashboard, we can send direct mailers out to neighborhoods that we farm. You just choose like an area, or you can say 123 Main Street. We want like 250 mailers to go out for just listed within a 5-mile radius, or you choose a radius. We also use the campaign's dashboard to set up social media ads and pay-per-click ads to not only be in our hyper-local area, but also farm outside to gain more territory.
The way people are shopping for homes has changed. Everything is social, everything is on the phone. So if you can't be on the phone and them have direct access to you as their agent, you're losing. You can tell a real estate agent built this app, and that's what I appreciate. If they find a property within the app and they want to ask about it, it goes directly to you.
It's a really great way of being able to connect with your client if you're using the same platform together, and I can see what they're accessing, what's interesting them, when they're clicking on things, when they're opening things. So it helps me also be more efficient how I'm working with my clients.
With smart plans, I'm allowed to set it and forget it. I don't have to worry about clients falling through the cracks.
It keeps track of things that we wouldn't otherwise think of. You know, my clients' home anniversaries, their birthdays, the things that build that feel-good relationship with your clients, it automates. And so it makes those touches so much easier to keep track of and to make happen.
So what's really neat about Opportunities is that it will track that lead and that business through the process, not just track it in terms of steps, but also the math behind it. Every step of the way, as I get closer to a closing, I'm starting to realize those dollars. And as someone that knows pretty much every CRM out there, I've never seen this before.
For me as a team leader, I use the Opportunities dashboard the most, just looking at the numbers and seeing where we are. Conversion rates,
average commission, we're tracking what our sales price is,
GCI, probable income, potential income, all those things are things that I'm looking at, and then ways to lead generate, ways to get more listings, ways to get more business within the team.
I can make smart business decisions based on where are we going to spend more money, where are we going to cut back, and it's all right there in one spot.
So like Gary said, when you know the right numbers, hitting the mark becomes the entire focus of the team. And so for us, when we want to know our numbers, we look at the reports dashboard to make sure that we're on track.
You know, I could see what's on my agents' dashboards, but then I could also see how they're interacting. I could see where they're winning. I could see where they're not winning. And I could coach specifically to what it is I'm seeing. If I see a number of appointments being set and a number of appointments being held, but no listings being taken, and I have a tool that exposes that deficiency, what should I be coaching or training around?
Command has simplified our lives on the back end of running a team with a lot of moving parts and pieces and human capital. It's allowed us to go to one place to get the answers that we're looking for in almost every single facet of our business.
The cost per lead is ridiculously low. If I was spending $3,000 before, I can spend like $150 or $200 now. It's been like 95 cents a lead on Command.
In one of our CRMs, we were paying as much as $2,000 a month.
I could take the money I was spending on a CRM and I could support another family by hiring somebody full-time into our organization.
We were able to cut our expenses by 50%. So moving to Command was just like a no-brainer. We can save money if we go to a free platform versus paying for one or two, right?
We've leveraged the technology within Command and allowed for that to enhance our business.
From A to pay, it just simplified everything.
You could tell that this was made for agents by agents.
What Keller Williams Command does better than any other system out there is it keeps you relevant and it keeps you right in the middle of the transaction, and it doesn't let any detail slip by.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to a new episode of Winning Mondays. And we are in a new series. Our new series help us to understand how can we be better and more efficient in the way we run our business through using certain technology applications that we have in the KW system, right? Now, just as we are waiting for more people to come, those who are joining us from Facebook Live, welcome. If you are joining us from Facebook Live or you are in our Zoom, do click on the link on our Facebook Live, like it and share it. Do like us on our page. Your reach will help us to reach out to many more real estate professionals in the country or the nation to help them understand what's the best way that we can run our business and how can we be digitally connected and digitally equipped in order for us to move forward in our business. Right now, let's start the conversation this morning with a poll. Right, I want to run a poll right now. There's 2 questions. I'm going to launch this poll right now for the next 1 minute. You all can see my poll. The first question is, do you have a system to track your business production? Make one answer. Either is yes, no, or I don't know. Okay, do you have a system to track your business production? Go ahead and answer the question. Yes, no, or I don't know. Right. The second question is, do you use KW Opportunities applet in KW Command? Yes, all the time. Second answer is, I used to use it but lost the habit. And the third one is, I just use it for the first time at PropTech. So just go ahead, participate for us so that we also understand, based on the participation from the audience here today, where are we all standing in terms of understanding of how are we tracking our business? Because tracking our business and tracking the opportunities in our business is very critical, because if we wake up in the morning and not understanding how many opportunities are we having in our pipeline, how many are we short, how many are we having ahead, are we ahead or behind our goals, right? So I'm going to give another 30 seconds on the poll. Just put it in the poll if you can. Answer the 2 questions. First of all, do you have a system to track your business production? The second question is, do you use Opportunities applet in KW Command? Yeah, just go ahead and answer those questions. No, and there's no right and wrong answer, no judgment, no worry, nobody knows who is voting for what. But it's just for us to understand and for the audience to understand where we are all at. And all of us are in different journeys and different seasons in our lives. And certain things may not be very critical, certain things may be very critical, right? So again, there's no right or wrong. It's just awareness for us to understand where we are. I'm going to give another 20 seconds. 20 seconds, please. If you are, just join us on the call. Do participate in this poll. First question is, do you have a system to track your business production? Or number 2, do you use Opportunities applet in KW Command, right? Just put that in. Right, we've got pretty much all answered. Right, thank you very much. I'm going to close the poll now, and I'm going to share the poll results. Are you all seeing my results? Right, over 67% of you, congratulations, 67% of everyone here have a system to track your business production, right? About 27% of you are using Opportunities. 27% used to use it but lost the habit. 27% just use it for the first time, and 20% of you are saying no. So the goal here today is to, first, number 1, the great thing that I can see here is 67% of the people here in the call is using some system to track your business production, which is good. I congratulate all of you, because tracking business production is very important. And about only 27% of the people are using Opportunities. So the goal today is to kind of give you a snapshot of what Opportunities is all about, and what's the best way to think about using systems to track your business, right? Right. I'm going to invite our guest this morning. Again, is my partner in crime, Nicholas, our Chief Technology Officer. Nicholas, good morning. How are you?
Hi, good morning, John. Welcome.
Yes. When you saw that poll just now, what are your thoughts?
I saw a lot of opportunities over here. As we look at the opportunity applets, I also see a bunch of opportunities, because we have only about 27% of people actually start using it during PropTech. So we're going to continue to encourage more and more people to really have clarity in their business through opportunities.
So there's an opportunity to bring people to the opportunity. So it's interesting. It's an opportunity to bring people to opportunity. Right, awesome. Right, and to get us on started from the real estate agent's mindset, background, understanding, and the ground level, because we want to be very clear to the ground level, because no point in leadership we run trainings, programs, technology that the ground don't understand, and we need to understand the ground level. So we actually invited two guests, two rents or two agents from Market Center 2 and Market Center 3. So from Market Center 2, we have Susan Gwee. Welcome. Good morning, Susan. And from Market Center 3, we have Agnes Aloysius, who just came back from UK, right? Who just came back from UK, and she told me she actually prepared this conversation when she was in UK, right? Yeah. So quickly, let's just quickly welcome both Susan and Agnes. Maybe Agnes, you can start by introducing yourself and your background in real estate, and how was the weather in UK, and how did you feel after you traveled to UK after 2 years of lockdown? Tell us a bit about that as well. So a bit about your background and your trip to UK. Go ahead, Agnes. You are muted, Agnes. Agnes, you're muted. You're still muted. Right,
okay.
Now you're okay.
Okay. My name is Agnes Aloysius, and I'm from MC3. I've been in this real estate business for the past 12 years, and I'm doing both sub-sales and project. And currently I'm doing my project in Sepang. It's a mixed development. We are selling factory, shop lots, industrial land, and commercial land.
Right.
Yeah. UK, we experienced this hot wave for, I think, 2-3 days. So it's very, very hot. Cannot
Very,
stand. Yeah, very,
right.
very. Otherwise, everything is okay.
How does it feel to be on a plane and travel outside of the country after 2 years? How do you feel?
How I feel? Okay, John. I think I'm very excited to go for a vacation, and that's why I enjoy it. I really enjoy it.
Right, thank you. I'm glad for you. Susan, how about you, Susan? Introduce yourself a bit and your background in real estate for the audience.
Okay. Good morning to all my PropTech colleagues and guests. Thank you for having me here. I'm Susan Hui from Market Center 2. I'm with the company for almost 11 years. By November this year would be my full 11 years. I'm focusing on sub-sale residential properties in Subang Jaya, USJ, and Kota Kemuning. Prior to joining KW Malaysia, I was with the bank for 17 years, and I'm doing consumer credit. I'm in the consumer credit division.
Right. Thank you for sharing, Susan. Now, Susan, I'm going to stay with you for a while in this conversation. I'm going to start off the call today by asking this question to you, and then Agnes can probably chip in the question. Right now, Susan, how important do you think the topic of technology for real estate agents right now? Like, why do you think that's important, and why do you think that's important?
Yeah, of course, technology is important in our daily lives because it helps us to deal with our daily everyday dynamic things. So no one can escape the absolute necessity of technologies in our daily lives, including agents. Each of us is so heavily dependent on the technology that we cannot do anything easily without it.
Right.
I think you all agree with me. Every day when you wake up, you have to use your phone, you have to use your computer. Even you go to work, you drive your car, you want to use microwave forever, all the electrical appliances actually involve technologies.
Right.
Okay, so the objective of using technology is to make tasks easier and also want to solve a lot of problems. You can solve many problems. So as we are the tech-enabled agents in the tech-enabled companies, we have no choice and we have to adopt and embrace technology in order to keep track with the market trend, and also that's the way we are doing business today. And then we want to provide the best solutions, best service, and also best values to our customers. We have no choice, we have to embrace technology.
Right. So to you, there's not a choice. To you, you just have to find a way to make peace and do something about it, because that's where the
right.
world is right now, and you cannot afford. And then the world is not going to turn back. It's going forward, right? So
Yes,
the only way
right.
for us to get forward with it. Agnes, how about you? Why do you think technology is important for agents? Because I see a lot of agents today, they tell me, yeah, it's important, but really it's not really that important. But tell me
Okay.
what's your thoughts?
Yeah, what Susan mentioned is really true. Actually, technology is very, very important. To me, it's very important, and we cannot avoid it. You know, technology is the way forward. Technology actually help us to in our real estate business in so many ways. Technology help us to to keep organize our data systematically, help us to generate leads, follow ups, touch base our customer, tracking our pipelines, and not to mention other technology like virtual reality, KW Activate, DocuSign, what else? Maybe the 360-degree scanning, you know,
Right.
labs, property advisor, and all this. So if you say, that's why I mentioned all these things. If you say technology is important, it is very important.
Right.
That's my take on it.
It's important because there are a lot of tools out there that can help us live a better life, have a better business opportunity. Now, both of you, I know you all just turned 25 years old. From the way I look at you all just turned 25 years old this year. But really, you are not the stereotype tech savvy. No, I always hear people say, oh, only technology is only for the young people. And I always challenge people who say that. I say that's not true. Technology is agnostic of age, it's agnostic of race, it's agnostic of anything. It's for everyone. It's not only for certain people. Now, but there's this stereotype thinking out there, oh, young people is the one that is in technology, right? Now, when you hear all these things, like how is it that you guys who just turned 25 years old this year, right? How are you so open to using technology? Because it's stereotype that is only for young people, right? Agnes, maybe what's the mindset that caused you to think about technology that is important for your business, right? When you hear this comment. So Agnes, maybe I start with you first.
Yeah, it's one bonus question. Actually, to be honest with you, John, I believe in technology. I really believe in technology because technology helped me, as I mentioned earlier, it helped me to do my business, to grow my business. It helped me to do tracking, helped me to lead gen, help me to keep organized my data systematically. Yeah, this is the thing that why I open to technology. It helped me to grow my business.
It helped you to grow your business. Okay. What's the mindset that you have? Like when you hear that, oh, it's only for the young people. What do you comment and what do you say about that?
No, I don't believe, John. I don't believe. People like me also can learn technology. Right. It's only a matter of whether we want to do or not. If we believe in technology, definitely you will learn. Because we can see outside there, you know, everybody is using technology. For example, taxi. Now we are using Grab. So if we don't change, then I think we are out of the game. We cannot do this business anymore.
Absolutely.
Especially all the payments right now, you're using the applications as well, yeah? For all.
Yeah, it's a mindset. It's a mindset.
The mindset thing. Susan, what do you say about this, Susan? What's the mindset that you have when you embrace technology to be part of the important component and pillars in your business? What's that mindset that you have?
Okay, frankly speaking, I'm not a tech-savvy person, but I don't want to lose out my business. I don't want to lose out my business in this information technology world. So we have no choice, whether you like it or not. We still have to adopt systems and models in order to succeed and thrive in our business. So our mindset have to change. Not only your mindset, our skill set also have to upgrade. Both is very important. So Gary also said change is inevitable. So we have to change in this market in order to thrive. I know it's not easy to adopt systems, as long as you do it right, you study it right, and you do it consistently, eventually you will get the results that you want. Yeah, that's my mindset. Yeah.
So your mindset is, I don't want to lose out.
Correct.
I don't want to lose my business because the people that is using technology has a chance to overtake my business because they are more efficient than me if they're using technology. So I don't want to lose out. I want to win other people's business.
Correct.
I want to go out there and maintain my ground. And it's because I don't want to lose. Everyone has fear, right? Because some people have fear of using technology, but you are motivated because you have a fear of losing the business.
Yes, even
right?
I'm not a tech-savvy person. I have to learn. Yeah,
you have to learn.
Yes, I have to
Because
learn.
the reality of losing the business is much more painful than the pain of fearing the technology itself.
Yeah.
Right? That's important. So for the audience here today, and now if you are thinking about technology, if you're in that mindset of technology, is very fearful, but focus the fear of losing on the business and use that to power up the way you embrace and learn technology. Because I promise you, if you are efficient, you'll be more effective in the marketplace where you
we
are
always
at.
talk about values. What are service? What are values we can give to our customers?
Right.
Yeah,
And
also
everything is fast. Yeah, we have to do it fast.
Yeah, as much as we talk about technology, it's all about business at the end of the day. Technology is just a tool that actually helps us to be more human, help us to do much more in a lesser time. It's supposed to really help us in the business. I think it's really important for us to really focus the business instead of just the technologies. But again, that's where we need to acknowledge that without the technologies, we are unable to really scale 10 times and do much more with a lesser time. As of today's topic, we talk about tracking the business productions using KW opportunities. And I believe KW opportunities, this applet in the KW Command is I think probably the most underutilized applets that we actually have. And it's just so powerful that I want to encourage every agent when you wake up in the morning that you actually open up Command and track the opportunities that you basically have, because it will then tie to your business, knowing the reality where you are in the business right now. So we'd like to take this opportunity to get Agnes to share with us as you focus on tracking the business productions through KW Opportunity Applet. How does this applet works and how does it actually look like? Can you probably do a short demo for us?
Okay, all right. I show a short demo now.
Yeah, sure. Great.
I think for the audience outside there, this opportunity is actually a tracking tool. It's help us to track our sales pipeline, example, all our activities, like collection of earnest deposit, inspection, financing, loan approve. It's not there.
Yeah, you can click on the browser that you have. So we are seeing your screen right now. Yeah.
Okay. But there's suddenly.
Yeah, opportunities also available in the KW Command app as well as all the agents that we move around. That so we need to be agile, we need to be mobile. So it's very important for everyone to also download the KW Command app.
Okay. Okay. This is the definitely you have to put in all your contact in the command contact.
Yes, we can see your command right now.
Yeah, you can see this command now. This is the contact. So I'm going to create an opportunity here. So
down there, you actually show that you have created the contacts. Okay.
I already created the contact. Now I'm going to create opportunity. So you just click opportunity here. And you just create opportunity here. And then you fill in all these boxes here. Okay, now opportunity type. Then this is a listing. And then listing, normally what I do here, I think it's good that you put your listing name. Savannah Condo. And normally I will custom tag down here is very important. So I put, this is my coding. This is a very important listing so that I can see every morning when I open, then I'm going to open this. And then I'll put again, this is my style. I put again seller Savannah, sell Savannah.
Yeah, by doing the tagging is also make it easy for you if you want
Yeah,
to
easy for me.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then so that when I open the opportunity then see this is important and I'm selling Savannah and the price is, I know the price immediately. So, okay. Then I will estimate in the next 3 months, gonna sell this unit. So it's in November. I'm going to sell this. I give myself 3 months to sell. So maybe in on the 30th of November, I'm going to sell it. Commission 3%, and selling price is 650,000. Okay, and then the opportunity phase, I'm going to put here under active staging because this contact already contacted me and we already talked and she already given me the authority to authorize me to sell this property, and I already inspected the unit, so it's under active and I can sell now. I can start showing, so it's under staging.
Yeah, active
So-
also means that you are actively engaging with the customers and it's an active deal that you are actively following up.
Yes, correct, yes. So
What
I
about
just
staging? Would you like to share a little bit about staging?
okay, staging is actually once you got this what do you call authorization from the customer, then staging is a phase where you can start showing the property already. Yes, you're preparing, so you are getting buyer to go and do the showing.
So you're super clear on every single stage that the customer is going through with you, yeah, in the opportunities.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Yeah, that's important to bring clarities in the business.
Yes, but for those if you just gotten the contact, then normally people put under the cultivate. Then from then you do the cultivation. I think it is from watch and then nurture and hot leads, and after that maybe you move to appointments and then it become active. Yeah.
Okay, good.
So after I put under active, under staging, then I just create it. And that's it. It's already created. So if you want me to show the opportunity there?
Yeah, sure. It just shows
So
how
after
simple
that,
is it
after I
for you
created,
to
then I
create.
show you how it looks like in the opportunity there.
That's great. So you just
Okay, this is a listing. Just now I put under active. The sound is breaking now. Hold on.
yeah, what Agnes has just shown us is basically that how simple and easy it is to create an opportunities within the contact that you actually have. So it's not too hard for anybody. So even when you're on the go, that you can easily just create the opportunities and tag it to the contact, and you can then monitor from there on every single stages that the customer is going to go through. So let's over to Susan.
Yeah.
Let's see how Susan actually manage her opportunities. With Susan, you want to share a little bit about the opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me share screen. Agnes, you unshare first. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, it's good. Thanks, Agnes.
Can everyone see the
Yes, we
screen?
can see your screen.
Okay. Okay, this is my tracker. Tracker also serves as a pipeline tool. Basically, I have my listings here, my buyers, and also my leases. Leases is actually for your rentals. And then you have 5 different phases, which is cultivate, appointment, active, pending, and close. So our goal is to move the listings from cultivating to closing. So that's why we need these managing tools to manage our listings. Another beauty is that you can see is over here. You can see your GCI. You can actually see your estimate, your potential income that is coming in. And then you also can see what is the probable income. For each one, listing, you will have potential and probable. Buyer also you have one, and then listers also you have one. So what I want to stress here on this managing tool is you have to really watch this appointment and active phase. These two are the most important phases because it ties up to your GCI goal. Okay, if you have very little listing in appointment and active, so I will say that maybe for the next 2-3 months, you don't even have closing coming in. Okay, so this appointment and active section, you have to really you have to cultivate your listing now and then move your listing to appointment, showing, and then go active, and then get offers, get negotiation come in, then under contract, and eventually you can close the deal. So one thing really encouraged me to do this opportunities effort is because I can see my potential income. You see, it really encouraged and motivates me to do more when I see my potential income there and also my probable income. And then this figure is actually tied up to your CGI, your GPS goal. For example, your GPS goal is you have to close 2 deals a month. So in order to close 2 deals a month, your appointment and active session, you must have enough listing here in order for you to achieve the 2 closing for the month. If you don't have enough here, so what you have to do is you have to do a lot of lead generation. You have to do more lead generation so that you start cultivating now, and then you have more listing come to these 2 sessions, these 2 sections. Okay, and then even down here, you can see your ratio and then activity, whether you are working on it or not, month by month, how many you have in your pipelines, and whether you are you are increasing or you are doing less than that. So this is also another activities chart that you can see here, and then you can see your ratio here. So this tool is very powerful and it's very easy, and it's very easy to use. So I have been using it since the launch of KW opportunities. At the very beginning, I'm not too sure what is these opportunities all about. So I actually went to our KW YouTube to watch a few videos from Laurie Ballen. So I learned from there, and then they actually teaching us step by step how to use it. If our audience here today, you are not too sure how to use it, I do encourage you to go to the YouTube, KW YouTube, to watch the video. So after you use it, then only you will be able to see how helpful and how useful these managing tools.
It's good, great.
So I got a quick question here. How like is opportunities the most important thing that you look at every day? Like, is this that important for you? And what do you do when you see something is not in the right place? So for example, I don't have enough active listings or active buyers right now, right? Meaning active buyers, meaning they are moving towards a sale, right? That means they got appointments, they got offers and all that, right? So when you have enough active buyers, active sellers, you know that likely you have a sale coming in the way. Right?
In a month or 2, yes.
Right. So when you don't have enough of these activities, what does this tool tells you, and what you do after you see that you're not having enough activities in the active side?
If you don't have enough activities, then you have to time block for your lead generation. You have to more lead gen to get more leads coming in. Then you start qualifying the leads. Then you start cultivating the leads. And then to move move to the appointment and also to the active. Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah,
I
this
think
is a powerful tool. It really, actually, it gives me, you just first glance, you will see whether you will have closing or not for the next few months.
right.
Yeah.
So
If let's say you put it in, actually this opportunity tools is for you to manage those transactions that you think potentially you are going to close in 30, 60 or 90 days.
Right.
If you can't close it in 90 days, it's okay. You just go back to your opportunity. You just extend for another 3 months.
Right.
Good. What about you, Agnes? Like, how do you basically see these opportunities that fitting into your business? How related is it to your GPS?
Oh yeah, of course. This what do you call this? KW opportunity is definitely is related to our GPS, and our GPS should be reflected in our what do you call it? KW opportunity. I give you an example, like if I want to close 5 listing, assuming it's a 2 million property, 3% commission, and a GCI of 300,000. So I need to have about 86 contact to cultivate. So this thing I have to be reflected in the KW opportunity. That's why our KW opportunity is related to our GPS. Yeah. Yeah, so all the GPS is actually your number in GPS should be reflected. Especially the cultivate side of contact should be in a KW opportunity.
Fantastic.
Yes.
As we see the screen over here, that's maybe Susan, you can basically help to scroll to the top. Just want to explain a little bit over here that you actually see the 3 different pipelines over here, very clearly showing to each and every one of us that the listing. What are the potential income and probable income for the listing, and then for the buyers and also for the leases, where you put in your tenancy agreements, you put your landlord information over there, and as and when the tenancy agreement due, then you actually be prompted on to basically reach out to your tenants, reach out to the landlord, and actually to renew the agreement at the same time. So it's extremely powerful, as you can basically see here, 3 different pipelines. Most of the CRM tool out there will basically just have one single pipelines. But over here, because it's built by the agents for the agent, you're able to see the halo. And this entire command, this opportunity applets is really designed for the real estate, so that you know clearly on every single categories. You have a clear directions where you're actually going and where your incomes are actually coming from as well.
So to add something, Nick, I think one of the beauty part of this technology that we have here is linked to all the other applets. In fact, in opportunities now, there's a new function. You can link all your marketing stuff into the opportunity applet. It's synchronized to all Google calendars. If you are synced to your Google Calendar, you get notification of your Google Calendar. And there's some function where you can actually notify the owners via email as well that certain stages have been progressing. So it's an integrated system. It's just not like a standalone. Because a lot of us might be using a Trello with just one system for just one function, but now everything is integrated. I think that's the beauty of our tech. It's always integrated, and it's all connected to make our life easier.
Yes, correct. Like and actually, in fact, if you dive in deeper, right, it's very interesting because the AI tool is basically there. It actually learns if, let's say, you are in the different opportunity stages. They will also give you a recommendation of 2 things. What type of design that you can basically do, either for open house or either to do lead generations, and also will give you recommendations on the type of advertisement that you can potentially do as well. Even it actually helps you to populate that kind of advertisement that you can basically just click onto it, and immediately in the less than 5 minutes, you can create a KW campaign through that. It's extremely powerful, the integrations.
Right.
It's good. So how was it for both of you before using these applets? What kind of struggle that you have without knowing to have the full pictures and clarities for you each and every day? Yeah, how was it before using KW command and opportunity applets?
Okay, maybe I take it.
Yeah, sure.
So I can. Okay. Before using these applets, actually, is I'm not so organized. I'm not organized in tracking my follow-ups, my sales pipelines. Many times I could not find my tracking tools, my spreadsheet, because it's all over the places, you know. So because I try to create a few spreadsheet tracking tools, but not even one workable for me.
Yeah, many of us trying to continue to create spreadsheet
Yes.
after spreadsheet, Excel after Excel,
Yes.
right? Really tracking.
But in the end,
it's crazy.
Nothing is workable. Yeah. So when I have this, then this one is a super very powerful tool. Is now is more organized, clarity, save time, focus, and from the business point of view, definitely there's an improvement for my business. Yes.
Awesome.
So very powerful tools. Actually,
you also say that we have to inspect what you expect, right? You expect to make this amount of money,
Yes,
then
yes.
to really inspect it on to feasibility. Whether every day do you actually have that amount of appointments, amount of deals that actually waiting for you to really look into and nurture as well. What about you, Susan?
Yeah, prior to using KW opportunity, actually I was using spreadsheet to track my buyer and seller listings. It took lots of my time and efforts to do that because it's manual work. It's not automation. And then especially at the remark columns, every time when I have conversation with customers, I have to keep adding at the remarks there. I have plenty of information over there, and I also don't know what I write there.
Space.
Sometimes I really lost track on that.
Yes.
So
Understand.
now we have this KW opportunity. We are really very, very organized now because it's so simple to use. And then whatever conversation that we have with our customers, you can actually use the timeline. You can add activities there, and then you can also schedule. Type in the reminders, and then you have a date. When you put a note or conversation, let's say for that day, when you type it in, you have the date. The date there. So when you follow up later, then you know when you actually have communication with this customer, what are the things that you say to them. So it's very powerful, and it's very organized, easy to trace, it's traceable,
It's great, fantastic. Yeah, John, like to carry on with some of the questions that you have.
Yeah, I think most importantly, I just want to follow up what Susan and Agnes is saying. As the technology, because when we launched opportunities, I think somewhere last year, there was no mobile application. Now with mobile application, you can do this on the go. So like just what Susan said, when you make a phone call via KW Command mobile app, immediately after the call, it will trigger you to add notes of the call into the system straight away.
Yeah, you can then
link it. You can add a lead, or you can WhatsApp directly, or you can remind yourself to call again when the guy didn't pick up the phone, right? So it has come to a point where I think the technology has been very advanced. But I think the challenge today is we are not embracing it enough. Like we are struggling to embrace the technology to make it easier, but actually it's actually a lot easier if we start thinking about using it right now. And I think my question to both Agnes and Susan, I'll probably start with Agnes first. What are the probable mindset that we must shift when we use this? Because I think a lot of agents will say, oh, I've got to sit down the first time and start keying in all my opportunities. Is it really worth my time? Can I really make a sale from here? Because I think agents want to get a sale today. They want to tell me something that I can do today that I'll get a sale, versus start building your database and start building your pipeline correctly so that you can be a better agent. Most agents from my conversation, are very inclined to, I want a sale today, versus I want to build something, because by using opportunities, it's a lot of building blocks in the beginning. Agnes, what do you think? How do we change our mindset to develop a habit of tracking and putting our numbers down? Because you're very clear, you said, I got 86 contacts in order to hit that 5 sales. How do you change yourself to think like that?
How Again, what is your question, John?
My question is, how do you change that mindset to behave that way? Because very quickly, just now you just demonstrated to us, right? If I want to hit 5 sales at 3 million per sale, I need 86 contacts and I need to find a way to add that into my opportunities, right? How do you come to this kind of mindset? Were you like this before?
Oh, I still don't get what you're asking. How I come to a mindset to get the 86?
Yeah, to think like that, to calculate backwards and think like that, because most agents don't think like this. Most agents will think, hey, I want to get a sale today. Just tell me what must I say, what must I do? But you are thinking of a formula, right? To think backwards. I need 86 contacts. I need to put that in my opportunities. How do you come to this kind of mindset? What helped you to change to think this way?
First of all, of course, we look at our GPS, John.
Right.
So if we know our GPS, how much you want to close for that year, then of course we know how many listing. For example, just now I'm giving you a scenario where I want to close 360,000 for the year. So, but I'm working on 2 million property. So I know I'm going to close 2 million, 3%. For 300, I have to get 300,000. So I know I'm going to close 5 listings. So how am I going to get that 5 listing? I have to do lead generation, right?
Right.
Yeah. So so when I do a lead generation, I have to make sure that I get that 86 contact that I put in my appointment, in my KW opportunity. So that agent must know their GPS very well, and they must do lead gen, and they must get also they have to get that type of contact. They have to put in their KW opportunity, and from there then they have to do the cultivation, have to do appointment, all the activity. They have to move that from cultivate to closing. That is the challenge there. Yes.
So in your 12 years of real estate, right, you didn't start like this, right? You didn't start thinking like this only 2-3 years ago when we launched.
No. Never think of it, John. And I think we never been told about that. They told us to to sell, to just go and get a good listing. I remember good listing. You know this 4 factor, what is a good listing, and you do your sale. That's all. There is no tracking. There is no leads.
Right.
How many leads?
Right. How do you change your mindset from the old mindset of just selling versus now I'm thinking about my business in a systematic way?
Yeah.
You're thinking pipelines really. How do you change that mindset? What happened to you to change that kind of mindset?
Are you asking me why I go into tracking?
Yes, how do you change the mindset? Because from not tracking to tracking, you make a change, right? You make a decision to change your mindset.
Because
how do you change? Yeah.
Because when I actually I heard about these tracking tools, I heard when we are in the command already, when we are in the KW William, then I heard about this opportunity, this tracking tool from one of the agent. So I heard the conversation. I was just beside them. They said, this tracking tool is very good. I said, then I, being I'm quite a castle kind of mentality. So I went back. I go into the system. Then, but at that time, our KW is not that fully operational yet. And then later on, I waited for the training, later on, then the regional, they conducted this training on the KW opportunity. Then I see, and then it's a very good tools, I think Marcus demonstrated. Then after the training, I go and try. When I try to put in listing and breaking from try to drag face-to-face stages. And then I found that it's actually a very good tools that it's what do you call, I can see how many listings that I can close, how many leads, how many contact that I can work on and close. So I start thinking, that if even I said if I put more listing day, then I say if I see them every day, then I saw, then I can do all the activities compared to the previous one. My tracking tool is all over the place. Sometimes I cannot find. 2-3 days I don't open, then I don't know where it is. But with this, then I realized, hey, I said, why don't I use this? Because it's a one-stop center, you know. So it's all listing I put there. So yeah, I start to using these tools.
Right.
So yeah, I never look back. I never use the old tools. So
Right.
I use these tracking tools, these efforts.
It's like no more guessing, no more guessing
Oh,
game.
no more.
It's more
Every
structured
day
on your day. You're very clear every day what you're doing and then all.
Every day you go in, you open, and then you know what to do.
Right.
Instead of like.
And it came from a point that I don't want to lose out and I want to learn this a little bit.
Yes.
I want to play. And you started by playing around with it. You didn't fully understand until you played around with it, because you won't understand until you use it, right? That's the way technology is.
Yes. You have to use it. You have to understand it. Then only you realize it is a very good tool. Then you will use it.
Right. Thank you for sharing. Susan, how about you, Susan? Before KW opportunities, right? You are not tracking it this way. You're not tracking it with a GPS. You're not thinking about the number, right? But now you're thinking, how did you change that mindset from whatever happens? Now I'm trying to make something happen, right? Because that was what you were in last time. And you're transiting in this journey where you are very clear what needs to happen in order for you to hit your goal. How did you shift that mindset?
Okay. Prior to using KW opportunity, as I said, I only use the spreadsheet because the spreadsheet, I don't have clarity what is in my pipelines that I'm going to close in another 2-3 months. So now when we have KW opportunities, I'm very clear how many listings at each phases. So it actually tied up to the GPS. As we know, our GPS is to know our numbers. We have to know how many listings we have to take, how many appointments we have to go, and how many closing we have to close every month. So after using this, what really encouraged me to use more is because I have consistent closing coming in every month after I using these tracking tools, and I also able to cap my goal in about 7 months. So I actually see the improvement after I use this system. So I do encourage all the audience today to start using it and to see to start using it, implement it, and to see the results from there.
Right, right. So basically, you start using it slowly, and then you see some changes, and that's the one that helps you to keep doing this, right? Can you share with us, right, prior to thinking like this and behaving like this and thinking systematically, how many % of your business have improved right now? Roughly, just a rough figure. How many % you think improve before you use this kind of system? How many % of your business have improved?
Yeah, frankly speaking, I was not a very active agent before, and my annual closing figure is about, I would say, 40 to 70K a year, 40 to 70. So after using it now, I have about 150, 160K. So that's about
it's almost 100% growth.
Yeah.
So it's 100% growth, and you are also growing some more this year, right? You're thinking of growing some more this year. You're not staying where you are, because now you realize actually I don't have to do a lot of things. I just have to focus on building my pipeline. Sometimes much more simpler versus doing a lot of many things, and you are seeing that growth. So for the audience today, Susan is a great example of someone who's been in this business and have not having the best results, but using systems and models to help her think the way she's thinking right now. You are seeing 100% growth. Quick question on everyone this one: how many of you would like to see 100% growth in your business? If you would like to do that and you want to grow and become like Susan, please press yes. Please press yes on the chat box, right? If you want to grow your business 100%, please press yes in the chat box, right? Now, that's how you think when you have a system and model to run it. Agnes, maybe can you share, based on your current journey in real estate right now and all the understanding and using the tools, how has this helped you in your production? Is your production better? Has it increased? If it has increased, what sort of percentage?
Yeah, definitely. This year, I think not as much as Susan, but it's about 50-60% improve in my production. Yeah.
So you increased by 50-60%. That's a big number, guys. I mean, 50-60% is a huge number. And I don't think there's one number that's the perfect number, because everyone's number is different based on your season of life and your commitments and whatever you are trying to do. But having 50-60% growth, 100% growth, right, is the opportunity available for us when we approach systematic thinking, right? Now, Agnes, for those people out there right now who is very fearful to spend the time, because everybody say, oh, use technology, learn all these things, it's a lot of time. I want to spend my time making sales right now. What is your advice to people who is thinking that it's too much time to spend in learning the technology to use it? What's your advice to them?
Okay, they always thought that what they said that I got no time, not worth it. Actually, technology is supposed to help us to grow in our business. So spend your time to put especially in the KW opportunity. You start with 1 or 2 listing. Actually, to create one listing in the opportunity, to create one opportunity and listing, it don't take so much of your time. It's only about maybe 1 or 2 minutes. So must force yourself, make it a habit to do it every day. You see, so because the moment you start using it, you feel the hang of it, you understand it, you will never stop using it.
Yeah, and it's addictive. It's quite like fun. Like, you don't open and see your chart, you don't feel very comfortable about. When you don't see your chart, you don't see your progress, you feel very uncomfortable, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the reality of running a real business, when you are able to see where you are at and what you need to do more, what you need to do less. Thank you for sharing, Agnes.
So, sorry, John, just to dive deep a little bit with Agnes just now of what she has shared. How often would you want to share with our audience? How often do you actually open up and look at your pipelines, and how often do you actually update the pipeline?
Actually, we have to open it every day, Nick, because this is our main business. You know, you have to open it every day. What we're gonna do for the day. Just like your coffee shop outside there, you have to open every day, right?
Right.
Yeah, unless on your off day,
you know. Right. There's actually one question I have that many people actually ask this question: do I actually key in all my opportunities, and what is actually opportunities? Everyone that I meet up, I put it there. Well, how do you actually do that?
Actually, when we have a leads, we have a contact, we know after we communicate with the customer from our conversation, we know what is the chances of closing of that listing. If you feel like me, like 40%, 30-40%, I'll put in my opportunity.
That's very intense, that the real opportunities.
Yeah, you must have the feel, you know, when you communicate, you know, then you put in the opportunity. Then just now you're asking me how often to update. It all depends, Nick, on your activities. If you have many activities for the day, then of course you have to update. But for active listing, I think once and 2 or 3 days, I think you have to update active listing.
Right.
Thanks. Thank you. Thanks.
Right. And Agnes, do you use mobile to update, or do you use desktop to update? Which one did you use normally?
Actually, I use desktop, because mobile, I think mostly on it still can do in mobile. But if I want to do more, then I prefer in the desktop. In the mobile, it still can do. You can do in the task, all these things.
Yeah, in fact, it's very convenient.
Yeah, thank you. So, Susan, how about you? What's your advice for people who think that, oh, is it worth my time to spend so much time doing this? while I should be focused on making more sales. But the idea is if I don't do this, actually I won't get more sales, right? So what's your advice to people about time right now? Should I spend more time in doing this?
Yeah, of course, it's worth your time, especially when you see your results coming, and then you see you have more listing in your pipeline, and that will bring you sales in the next 30, 60, 90 days, which whereby can help you to achieve your GCI goal. So it's worth your time. Yeah, it's worth your time. And then I do encourage you all to actually open the opportunity daily, because this is your active business. So you want to have conversation with your customers every day, especially after you done with your lead generation. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So basically it's every day, it's give you clarity. I'm going to ask a question to the audience here today. I'm going to send a challenge to the question, a question that comes with a challenge. Now, how many of you today are very absolutely super clear what's your income going to be like for the next 30, 60, 90 days? Meaning how many transactions you will achieve in the next 30, 60, 90 days. If you're very clear about it, press 1. If you're not clear about it, press 2. How many of you are very clear in the next 30, 60, 90 minutes, 90 days, I'm sorry, you will know how many transactions you're going to hit. If you're clear, press 1. If you're not very clear, press 2. Right. So we have people who are very clear, we have people who are not very clear. Right. So if you're not very clear, my suggestion, start with your GPS, linking it to your opportunities. Because that's the opportunity for you to learn from today's session, to put it into practice. Because I think, what is 1.5? I don't understand. Francis, very complex. Your answer very complex. 1 or 2 only know half one. You need to be very clear where you are heading in your business. Are you ahead? And the clarity is this. Are you ahead of your goal or are you behind your goal? Either way, it tells you where you are in your business. Because if you don't know where you are in your business, you don't know what action you're supposed to take. The action comes from the state of you are in your business. And a lot of times, sometimes we take the wrong actions because we are in the wrong state of our business. That makes sense. So I'm trying to help everyone to see that. That's the opportunity. Now, we are coming to the end of the hour as we wrap up this conversation. Everyone in the chat box, both in Facebook and also on Zoom, please share with us any question that you have for Agnes and Susan. If you have any question, any comments, what are some of your ahas that you're learning from this conversation today? Put that in the chat box right now. What are some of the ahas? What are some of the learnings that you think you are learning from the conversation today? As you are putting on your ahas, I'm going to ask Agnes and Susan the last question. Like, what is your last word of encouragement to our agents here today that is really, really thinking about technology, but not 100%? It's not 100% in it yet. What's your advice to them? Maybe I'll start with you, Susan. What's your advice to them?
Okay, if you are not too sure how to use this applet, come to our monthly PropTech one-stop solution in all the market centers. We do have one-on-one coaching sessions with you. My last advice there, is it? Okay. Yes. A successful career is built over time. So you have to start now, you start it right and do small and do it consistently. Eventually you will get the results. We just have to change our mindset and also have to upgrade our skill set, yeah, in order to succeed and thrive in our business. Yeah. Right.
There's actually a few questions here in the chat box. I'm going to just pull it up before I ask Agnes to share her last thoughts. And to everyone in this group, call me Nicholas, Susan, or Agnes, you can feel free to jump in. How difficult is it to master KW Command? That's a good question. How difficult is it to master KW Command? What are your thoughts?
Actually, the question is KW Command is very general, which applets. Actually, if you are looking at the applets, we have Contact, Smart Plan, KW Opportunity, the campaign. But to me, is only the smart plan is a little bit tricky. The rest are simple actually.
Right.
It's pretty straightforward, yeah.
Smart plan is a little tricky.
Yeah, so my suggestion to this person who's Marga, who's answering this question is, don't focus on mastering the technology. Focus on using it to help you in your business first. You got to think about that. You don't have to be an expert in the whole entire command to be a great agent. Because sometimes at your stage right now, for example, if clarity is what you need in terms of your opportunities, then focus on opportunities first. And if you don't have enough leads, focus on how to create campaigns to generate leads first. Maybe these are the two things you need to do first. For example, figure out where you are in your business and what is the most important gap in your business. Dive deep the command and look at what is the applet. Now, my next answer to you is find someone to help you. Do not do this alone. We are in an organization where culture is agent helping agent. The leadership helps agents. Reach out to your market center support. Ask them for help. Join the workshops. Ask someone who is very successful in using some of these applets and journey with them for a couple of times. So I will encourage you all to do that. There's another question here from Furman on Facebook. Is there any tips how to use opportunities better? This is for Agnes and Susan. Who wants to answer this question? What is the tips for you to be able to use opportunities better?
Easy, just to attend our prop tech.
Yeah.
Just attend is a one-to-one coaching. Yeah, very easy.
And you also can watch our KW YouTube video. Yeah, step by step. Teaching you how to use it.
Right. So basically, the learning tools are there. I think Mutual Support have already set it in the chat box. Maybe Mutual Support can set it again. Laurie Ballard has a very good teachings on how to use opportunities. And we also have a template ready for the agents who don't know how to set their opportunities. So when you come to the prop tech, which happens, we're going to have that every month. Nick has been amazing in the team who came up with this prop tech initiative to help agents adopt the technology. So do join for these activities and you can use it better. Right. So Agnes, what are some of your last advice to our agents here, or who are agents who are aspiring to use technology, who are struggling to commit to that? What are some of your advice to them?
Okay. For those people outside, they're very important. You must have a very good mindset. You have to believe in technology. Because if you don't believe in technology, then you don't use it. You don't want to try. So then you have to, I think a little bit we have to force ourselves. When you believe in it, then we use it. But I would like to say this word, try to force yourself. For example, opportunity, you have to try to put 1 or 2. Maybe 5 or 10 is too many, but 1 or 2 every day, I think should be okay. So make it a habit. You do it every day. Most important is after you use it, you understand it, you will continue using it. Yeah.
So it's about building the habit. Start small. Go deep, start small, think big, start small, and do it consistently. The habit will build up through time. And suddenly mastery becomes the natural.
Yes.
Because you are doing it every day. Thank you so much for sharing. Now, how many of you are learning something from both Susan and Agnes? I'm so inspired, encouraged by them, because they are not letting whatever they are going through stop them from progressing. Very important, I can see that they still want to progress in their business and their life, which is very encouraging. That means everyone in every stage in their life, when you are in that progressing journey, right, it is very exciting. It's actually very, 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 very exciting. So thank you, Agnes and Susan. Now, guys, if you're learning something from them, please express your gratitude to them on the chat box, both in Facebook. And thank you so much for your time, Susan and Agnes. Nicholas, we're going to go to the important announcement that we have. Mutual Support, can we go for the announcements, please?
Sure. As we prepare for the announcements, I also want to just add on to really, for those who really want to kickstart in KW, all the technologies that we're given to you, focus on the progress instead of perfections. Progress over perfection is very important. Consistency is the key to really continue to do it each and every day until that. So when you want to talk about mastery, it's about consistency. Okay, let's move on to the announcements. As many of you know that we have actually migrated to the new server for all the emails. Do take note that all your email address remain the same. There's no changes. Don't worry about like changing your name card that you have to tell your customers about the new email address. So your refill email address is still the same, and you can, but it's just that instead of logging into Google, you basically log into mail.refill.com. And for those of you who are actually still doing your migration from Google to the new server, good news that we actually have an extension for the next 2 or 3 days. Let's make sure that you basically complete your migrations in the next 1 or 2 days to ensure there's no disruption in terms of your migrations. For those agents who has been really doing this for the past 1 or 2 days, do constantly come back and check. Once the migration is completed, you're able to see all your emails in the new server. Yep. Do not be panicked at this stage yet. Yep. Okay, let's move on to the next announcement. Okay, and also next week, we're going to have our Winning Mondays, staying connected with clients made easy. So we're going to demonstrate to you like using KW Activate, our latest technology tools, how we can basically stay connected closely with our agents. Feel free, do ensure that you block your calendar and come back and invite more friends and agents to come and join us in the next Winning Mondays at the same time. Next. And we also have KW value stories being shared and uploaded to each and every one of us every week over here. So also a client touch point. Every Friday we have a client touch point to be given to be shared to all agents, that you can basically use this touch point to keep in touch with your client. This is back with the popular demands where all the agents request that, hey, you know, we want more ideas and brainstormings on how we can basically want to do this, and it's available to download at KW Workplace. All right, with that, thank you so much for today's.
Right, thank you guys for joining us. As we are going through this season and we are coming to the end of the third season of Winning Mondays, where we are focusing on technology, we'll just let you know that as we are progressing, we are hearing a lot of opportunities for shifting in the market. So we'll be moving towards the topic shift in the next season. But nevertheless, follow through us, like us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, so that you can follow and subscribe to the videos that we are doing, so that you don't miss out. And if you hear from one of the things that you hear from both of our panelists who are agents on the ground, just like all of us here today, is that they actually put initiative to learn by themselves through the tools. A lot of videos are available. A lot of people and resources are available to help you to progress and to be aligned with the direction of wanting to be tech-enabled, right? So please use their experience today to help us understand that leveraging on tools and leveraging on people to learn this is very important. So with that, thank you very much, Nicholas. Thank you, Susan, and thank you, Agnes, for joining us today, for really being a blessing and helping all of us to see the possibility of progress where some of us might not see that. So thank you for bringing that possibility and that hope for all of us. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good rest of the week. I hope this has kickstart your week fantastically, and welcome to the month of August. We are already in the last 5 months of the year. Hopefully, we still can use all these tools to help us do better in our business. Thank you very much. Signing off right now, and see you in the next session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.